9-yard touchdown run. And the Browns on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line. 3.5 to go, first quarter. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the handoff, this is Dillon. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Being chased out left. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Flushed out right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. A first carry for the Hall of Famer Marcus Allen. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27, Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer, Ken Houston.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
There's going to be a jet sweep. Newton bats it forward. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They fake the give. Newton. flush to his right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. On second and goal, Newton under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Lawrence Taylor, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Now Newton on third and goal, escaping the pressure right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
On second down, Dillon.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back to Dillon on first down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The Hall of Famer, Too Tall Jones there on the stop. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on? Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Here's Newton. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Newton. He finds his man, complete. That's Patterson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Newton throwing again. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. Fields this way up at the 17. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. A give for Dillon running right. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Dillon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Play action. Now Wilson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ken Houston. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 15. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help the running game as well.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Off play action, Newton. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Newton. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Patterson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. On 4th down, Newton. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On 2nd down, it's Patterson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. A shotgun snap for Newton. Rolling to his right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On third down, Wilson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Complete, Dillon. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big play there for the Patriots. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 49. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 10, Wilson. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Hall of Famer, Ken Houston. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message.
And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to get it back to the 41.